check 1 2 1 2 1 2. If you don't know, you won't know until I finish this intro. This is the Blackramen podcast. Clap it up one time. Yes, sir. Back again with what you want and what you need. I go by the name of Kevin Legend, aka Kaiser, in the building. And as usual, I got a few good people here with me, man. So we're going to introduce the team to y'all, man. Talk to them.
Why do you always take my breath away when you do this?
Yo, it's just my style. It's just my style.
Yo, you gotta do one every OP, man.
Low key?
You definitely the one not to do that.
As long as you gonna pay me. But,
I mean, you can tell us to not work for free.
Alright, so Chatty Patty in the scenes, of course. And we're moving across to my man.
This is Derby, also Derbs. I haven't really come up with
AKA
any.
Bruce Wayne.
AKA Sexual Chocolate.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, that one's new.
Allegedly.
You know what? I'll keep Sexual Chocolate. That's great.
There you say.
There we go. We have a
You're the only one clapping for that. Oh, no.
What, Kevin? You not gonna call me Sexual Chocolate?
No. Hey, keep it going, though. We also on the boards, man.
Hey, I think I might have squeaked on the last recording, but I didn't know you were going to introduce me like that. But no, I've leveled up. I'm a main character now, so hi.
Oh, yeah. Clap it up for that. Clap it up for that one time.
Last but not least, we got a special guest.
Hello, I'm your little cutie honey bunny guy.
Oh, shit.
Happy to be here.
Clap it up for that.
Living my way in the house.
Gabby the baddie. I like that one.
And for the guys that don't know, Gabby was actually one of the cosplayers that we had posted on the Black
Diva
Ramen.
from Overwatch, man. If you following the IG, Blackramen_podcast, definitely follow that if you're not. She was definitely Diva from Overwatch.
There's 381 views.
Cutie. None of the other pictures got as many likes.
Nobody.
As she did.
Right.
Just her.
Yep.
Just her.
Yep.
Low key, I feel a little way about it. My hoodie was fire, but it's okay.
No, your hoodie was fire.
Low key, you feel me?
You definitely. I don't know where you get your merch from, but yo.
Yeah, you can't get that. You can't get that.
Alright, so you know what? It's only right because since the first recording we did not introduce ourselves correctly. We didn't do the top 5, all of our top 5s. We want y'all to get to know us and actually see what we fuck with, what we like, and our low-key obsessions, right? So I'm gonna pass it on to my man Kev. So Kev, you gotta tell me what your top 5 is, no cap.
Alright, so boom, yo, check this out right now, man. We're gonna talk about top 5 anime. This is all our personal list, this is our opinion, and if you agree with it or not, fuck you still. Like, nah, we love y'all.
No, you.
But check
you
this
said
out,
fuck
though.
You my type.
I did.
I know you did. I know you did. And I take a
But
sip
at the
of
end
that.
of the day, man, listen. When we talk about top 5 anime, man, that conversation is a little bit better than when you went to anime parties and you slide up next to a girl and you ask shit like, what's your name, what's your sign? Nah, it's quiet for that. That's that 90s talk. And don't even ask her what's her favorite anime. Ask her top 5. If she ain't got a top 5, she phony. You understand what I'm saying? So you gotta get her top 5, man. So boom.
If she does have one though, she could still be phony. Because there's some things, if you hear, it's like, nah.
Word? You think so?
Yes.
Yo, what if her top 5 is only like Naruto, Bleach, fucking...
But those are
Fullmetal? Like she,
but those-
but she only chooses like the top 5 of like
So
the
it gotta
top
be
5
like,
list.
she gotta sneak some underground shit.
Yeah, like she went on like IMDb and chose like the top 5. Damn.
I'm about to hate my top 5.
Basic,
so
but
phony.
you have to have 2 that are basic.
Oh, okay,
At least.
okay.
So it's okay, sorry. We're going to judge you, but judge you lovingly.
Nah, you can judge me. You know, I don't give a fuck. Like,
I don't know if I
finger was
judge
stuck.
lovingly, though.
And I was waking in and everybody screaming, I suck. But, so, boom. My top 5 anime, you like that?
I like that. That was spicy.
It was shady, but it's okay. Listen, my top 5 anime of all time, man. In no particular order, man. We're going to start off with Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z is what got me started in anime. And I truly feel like if that
All of
wasn't
us.
my first anime,
All of us.
I probably wouldn't be as obsessed with anime as I am now.
Okay.
As a youngin', all I wanted to see was niggas get beat the fuck up. And Dragon Ball had that in spades. You feel what I'm saying? And if you want some of the best fight scenes in anime, look no further than Dragon Ball. And I know what a lot of people is thinking. Oh, but Naruto got some great fight scenes too. But understand, we are talking about the Father, not the Son or the Holy Spirit. You understand? So, please understand. We talking
You think I was going to do the Creole real quick? The French? On the pied de Queen. Amen. Hallelujah.
Wow.
Thank you.
So, boom. Dragon Ball is definitely in my top 5.
All right.
Death Note. Absolutely in my top 5.
Fire. You spitting flames.
That's one of the most original
Your mic is
stories.
way too hot. You spitting flames right now, bro.
Low key. But that's what I bring to the table. So, Death Note has to be in my top 5, man. That story, I'm a big fan of the artist. I don't even really gotta say much. So next up on that list, Code Geass. Code Geass, listen, for all those who've never seen it, it is essentially Gundam and Death Note mixed in one with a little bit of magic. You know what I mean?
A little bit of Black Clover for you.
So get in tune if you're not in tune. You know what I'm saying? Turn your headphones up. So after that, I gotta throw One Piece in the mix.
I mean,
I already know the vibe. Listen.
Do you wanna be my friend?
There it is. But yo, One Piece, man. What else can I say about it? Best-selling manga of all time, which means it beat out Naruto and Dragon Ball and anything else that's on the list. That's just facts. Don't blame me, blame the figures. You understand? So even though it continues on forever, Naruto is also continuing on forever. So
they went to another generation.
That doesn't exist.
What do you
There is
mean?
no such thing.
Yo.
I'm with you on that.
And when Hinata got the D, that's it.
I see.
So just Naruto the last, that was it.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, the last. What do you want?
Touche. Done.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is not the same person.
No, she
I was
upgraded to a
struck
main
with
character. You ain't it?
This is, well, it's not even my final form, but
There it is.
Oh my god.
But yeah, One Piece is on my list, man. And then last but certainly not least, man, Fullmetal the Alchemist Brother. Listen, if y'all don't know about my man King Bradley, that's all I gotta say. I don't even got to say the rest about the anime, man. King Bradley gets busy, easily one of the best villains of all time. And that's my top 5 right there, man. So we're going to kick it off to the rest of the table so y'all can get in tune with what they like to view. You know
Me next.
There it is. Do your thing.
Screw it, I'm gonna go. I'm joking.
Oh,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna let you go, Durs.
Wait,
It's your
right?
crib. It's your crib. Because low-key, I feel like you could kick me out at any given moment. So I'm gonna let you go.
Wait, hold on.
Wait, go.
Alright, so my top 5 is basically nostalgia based. So everything is just
Yeah.
I'm not feeling ashamed of it or nothing. I love my top 5.
there it is.
I'll watch it again tomorrow.
Say
I mean,
it
just-
Say it with your chest.
Alright, so in no order again. So for me, it's Yu Yu Hakusho. That's what it's like a
That's a
Yeah.
classic.
Shonen Godfather, you know, it's great.
Yes.
So then there's Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh,
I mean, that fight with Saito and Kenshin.
that's
Oh my god.
fight.
Woo!
Yo, my
Oh,
man got
never mind.
busy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into it right now. One day we'll get into that. Then I switch into comedy. So GTL.
Oh,
Yes.
Even though that dude was definitely a fucking pedophile, but whatever. He was.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
He was.
He wanted to fuck high school students.
Yeah, he was.
But he never did. And that's the
And that's
deal.
what matters.
Right? He never did.
That's what matters.
Right? He cared more about the students than himself.
Yes.
So that's great.
Allegedly. But yes.
Oh my god.
Allegedly.
Don't say allegedly.
All right, I won't say allegedly.
But GTO was great. Alright, then
I think you got 2 more?
Yeah, I do got 2 more. Alright, so for me, it's Familiar Zero. It's an anime from way back when. It's one of them original isekai. I love isekai personally, so you know, most people hate on it, but for me, it's always great. I watch like everyone every season, and then I drop the ones that are trash because there are trash ones. I will admit, there's some that
there's a lot of trashy isekai.
No, 100%. There's some trash ones that no one can defend. Like I can try and defend Sword Art. Like I have a leg to stand on with Sword Art. You know, I'm like, those first 12 episodes were amazing. But there's some, like, I think it was one, Ragnarok was in the title like 2 seasons ago. It was, I think you remember it. It was terrible.
You know, it's just when the sister got into the big brother, I'm like, no, there are so many characters. You don't need to go for that.
It was truly bad. But yeah, I'm gonna move on. Alright, so for my last one, it's, I'm kind of into classical music. Like, I don't know any of the titles, but I do listen to it from time to time. Really? And so for me, Nodame Countable was definitely up there for me. So that's my favorite.
Just when you think you know somebody. Wow.
It's good.
It's just see, this is why I like listening to everybody's top 5. It's like you be surprised at what they like, and you're like, oh wow, you into this shit? Oh,
yeah, I watched it a few times over now.
Oh yeah, makes it real Piano no Mori on Netflix.
Oh y'all, fucking love Piano no Mori.
Yeah, season 2 dropped.
But for Piano no Mori, it didn't have as much as, like, they didn't draw like every song as well. Like, it was kind of the same drawing for every song. Like, Your Lie in April and Nodame Countable, they would put like different drawings for like every song, and it'd be great. Like, just to show you like what that artist was feeling when they heard the song. And
but that's just to go back to, the earlier comment. That's what make it important to hear everybody's top 5. You know what I'm saying? Because somebody may list something that you would never expect.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So you can't just ask somebody what's your favorite anime, because that's so generic. You might as well ask what's your name, what's your sign. You know what I mean? Then I creep up from behind. Ask you what your interests are. Who you be with?
They say they smile.
What number to die?
Or you be here for a while?
Tell. Are we getting into this again? This was a parody? God damn it.
So we got Derby's top 5. We got Derby's top 5. So we going around the table. So Bree, what's your top 5? I'm very interested to hear.
Yes, me too.
Because you're in your bag.
Yo, it's gonna be all
Don't get out of
BL.
it. Stay in there.
It's gonna be all BL. Watch.
He think you know you.
I mean, it's there.
He ain't wrong.
I'm a Fujo till death, and I can't change that.
Damn.
But what I'm bringing here is I'm going a bit away from all of the straight up shonen, because all these people sitting at the table with me, they're shonen heads. Dragon Ball, One Piece, FMA.
They're all fire though.
No lie, they are fire.
Yeah,
but we need some of the shoujo coming in. So my first one's the oldest one on my list, I think. Kare Kano, Karashi and Kanojo.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, so it's a good one.
That's a real hidden gem like this.
A bit of an older one, drama, comedy, romance. Real cute, real good. I'd recommend it, manga or anime.
Real good.
Yeah, next up on my list, and I'm going to get some applause for this one, Haikyuu.
There it is.
Haikyuu's great. No one will judge Haikyuu.
Animation style was
the
amazing.
sports anime every season. If there's some sports anime, I will give it at least a few episodes. There's some trash ones and some disappointing ones. I need a good soccer one to come out, because there hasn't been a good soccer one in a while. There was that one called Days, I think, a year or two ago.
There's an old one.
Wasn't into it. Tsubasa?
No. I was thinking Hungry Heart Wild Striker. That was good.
I seen some of that. I didn't watch the whole thing.
Oh, no, that was good. That was nice, yeah. They had like a Brazilian come through. Like, yeah, it was great.
Oh, so get back in.
You know when they got the Brazilians.
Yeah, they hired that nigga from out of Brazil.
Especially because basketball anime, they always have like, oh yes, an exchange student from Africa or America. It's always this giant black guy.
Yeah.
The one hand's like, okay, yeah.
Kuroko ain't do
Sometimes I
that
be
shit.
feeling
Kuroko did it. Where was that from?
Wait, did it?
I do too.
I swear at some point they had it for an exchange student.
Nah, I know in fucking football one, they had one.
What's the football one?
There was Ice Shield 21.
Yeah,
They was like a
Which was
full-blown
fantastic.
black
Ice Shield
dude.
was hard.
Like, he was like a panther or some shit. Like,
Hardcore.
dude was
He was
quick.
like Black Panther.
Exactly, it was Black Panther.
Alright, so you got
Moving on. Sorry.
Yeah, so that's 2.
Okay.
My next one, slapping that down, going for the isekai, no game, no life. I'm a sucker for the overpowered characters.
Oh, 100%.
For no reason.
Yes.
You know they're just going to kick everyone's ass and not even break a sweat.
That's fine.
But it's so satisfying. Plus, I love the brother and sister duo. So I really enjoyed that. Okay, yeah, it was a bit shady.
I mean.
Not very real, but I
It was type shit.
It's like, don't mess with my brother, don't mess with my little sister.
They like
I love that. I
little
didn't
too
my brother
much.
to it, so we ended up watching it together.
Okay.
Yep. So that's a solid one.
Wait, you said you and your brother watched it?
Yes.
Oh.
Because I am able to talk to him. If I like something, I am able to listen to everyone I know.
that makes a lot
You're
of sense.
You gotta relax, team.
Stop.
Listen,
Stop it,
alright.
Patricia. I ain't say all that.
Okay, so that's 3
I'm
out of the
firmly on the
5.
don't screw your sister part of all anime. Have a harem, but don't include your little sister. I don't care if she's adopted. I don't
This
care if she's
is
actually your cousin. Don't do it.
What?
That's facts.
But that's still family.
So
Yeah.
You meant stepsister.
no more domestic girlfriend.
Yeah, the domestic girlfriend was weirdly fired.
It might
Twin
be some
sisters?
licking
Nope.
that little kettle
Nope.
pot joint.
Nice.
That's vodka she bought her.
Yeah, so that was 3. My number 4,
Yeah.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yeah, we knew that was coming.
I am new
We
on
knew
this
that was
train.
coming.
I just started watching it a few months ago. I think maybe it was February, and again, this is 2019. It's been out for a heck of a long time. But I started from the beginning, and it was stupid and terribly written and weird. But the kind of thing that you're just sitting down on a Saturday, and it's only 9 a.m., so you have all day and nothing to do, and I just kept watching episodes, and then it got me. It got me. Like, Dio, no, JoJo 1, JoJo 2, JoJo 3, 4, and 5. So I'm looking forward to JoJo number 6, what I think is Jolene? Jolene.
Oh,
Yep,
Jolene.
yep. So I have not read
Spicy.
any of the manga. I've only watched the anime, and I'm finishing up with Golden Wind. But yeah, I've watched every single episode of that. Ooh, don't know if I regret it, but I have, and I've given that portion of my life to it. And now, unpopular opinion time, but screw all y'all. My number 1, I'm slapping it down.
What?
Yuri on ice.
Nah, ain't nothing wrong with Yuri on Ice. Yuri on Ice was great.
I'm seeing someone rage quit from our audience. Fine, go and stay gone.
He's in his bag.
Yo, I'm mad he
Yep.
skipped back down like he was on ice. He just...
Being Quaxel.
Yo, here's the thing.
Yes.
Yuri on Ice was great. I fucking loved it.
No, the OP animation style is amazing.
Ooh,
I think they
feel
use
my heart
CGI.
beat.
No point to make history. It was great, yeah.
Tired of feeling never enough. Close my eyes. Tell myself that my dreams will.
Yo, we might have to unplug her mic.
No, when it landed in
bag
2016,
right now.
I was studying abroad. I suck at making friends, so I was like sitting all alone. It was like
You was
2 weeks
studying
in.
abroad?
Yeah,
Where were
I
you?
was in
Rich.
London at the time.
You just
so
make it
all of
seem
my
like
friends
you
had
not.
studied
I like
and went to Japan.
I like that.
So yeah, we were all studying abroad. They were in Japan. Lucky bitches. I was in London. I said, if you're listening, you heard me. It's a recording. Rewind and play again if you didn't hear.
Oh,
Alright, so they were
Damn.
in Japan, and I didn't really know anyone, but then I heard there was going to be an ice skating sports anime. I was like, what? Because again, every season I'll watch a sports anime, but an ice skating one? An ice skating BL sports anime. Are you dead right now?
Oh, that's all
Dead
the
ass
checks
serious?
in your I checked all of it.
Like,
in
check,
there.
It checked every
done.
box I had, and it was good. What killed me was it followed through. You ever think episode 9? Guys, if you're watching episode 9,
So that's your top 5.
Oh
that's my top 5.
You heard it. Yuri
Yo.
on Ice.
Yo,
Oh.
Patty, you really gotta get in your bag with your top 5. That's a
listen,
fact.
let me
Where's your BL one?
Alright, listen. The reason we're all extra spicy right now is because we never heard Bree talk like this. I didn't know she was gonna really get her bag like this. I don't know you anymore, yo.
You saw I took a nap in the car.
She did. She's recharged. She's ready.
She's ready. She's
I had
ready.
my tea. I had my secondary tea. I have a little hot water kettle boiling next to me. I'm good. I'm in the zone.
I love Bree for this. Mr. Jiggy knows the way. I had to pull out my book for this one. Okay. Chatty Patty's top 5. All right, so let me let it be known.
Chatty, y'all.
Let me let it be known, right? I've been watching anime since let's see, early 90s. So the first one that was the illest shit for me was Fist of the North Star. In other words, Hakuto no Shinken.
Woo! She broke out the Japanese name.
Omae wa
Shiberu.
Nani? Oh, Nani? What? Oh, Nani? Now, that was... It didn't make sense, but it was great, though. It was nostalgia. When I first watched it, I watched the movie. It was like an OVA, right? And then... next year I realized oh shit, OVAs is just a breakdown of episodes. There's really more than 100 episodes of this shit. And then finally I went on torrents and I started downloading this shit. Oh, okay, but we don't do that because that's bad.
That was before she learned that pirating is bad, kids. You should pay for your anime.
That's right. You pay Crunchyroll.
I'm gonna do what I want. But yeah, and then my second favorite, Gantz. I have to say Gantz.
Really?
I love Gantz. Yeah, Gantz is amazing.
I enjoy Gantz.
The OP is amazing too. It's great. It's great. Never heard it?
Nah. I gotta look it up after.
I don't lie. All I remember from Gantz is something about the green onion.
Now, but Gantz is definitely top 5. DBZ, of course. Dragon Ball Z, definitely one of the first animes that were introduced in the U.S. So it's only fair that a lot of people will have DBZ in their playlist because of the fact it's one of the first, even though Dragon Ball came out first, but it wasn't introduced to the U.S. till after Dragon Ball GT, which we don't talk of, we don't speak of, we keep that a secret.
No, Dragon Ball GT never happened. Everyone knows
Never
that.
happened.
That's a fact.
We don't speak about
It's
it.
just like Rurouni Kenshin season 3.
Oh yeah.
Shishio doesn't exist.
Boruto don't exist neither, but y'all not ready for that conversation.
We don't
Y'all not ready for that
Black
conversation.
Butler season 2 doesn't exist.
Doesn't
Nah,
exist.
he's not ready for that conversation.
Exactly. All right. My fourth, Inuyashiki. Inuyashiki, easily the best. The fight scenes, storyline, everything. I like fight scenes, but I low-key will go for a great storyline any day of the week. But after that, this is where I throw in my fifth, Promised Neverland. It took my top 5.
Yeah.
Hey!
Shout out. Come on, Patty, go dumb.
You're
What?
right.
Dummy on.
You ain't gonna lie, yo.
If
When
you
that
caught that
shit
shit
came on,
before, everybody on the dance floor.
nobody hears the
We're all
match.
looking around what's on this playing?
It
Yo,
sounds
Patty's
like
already on the dance floor.
I
Yeah,
thought
nobody.
somebody was rustling paper when the shit came on.
That's how we come on. Nobody hear the matches? Alright, let me tell you something. If you don't work out to anime music, kill yourself. Because you're supposed that shit give you mad. Listen, it's like you eat a sisal bean on a treadmill. Yes, it's facts. Shout out to my homie Spark because he's the real one. He knows it. Thank you.
But no, I agree. So I was just at the gym last week, and I'm dying about to pass out. My vision's going black, and I was on the treadmill for a whole 5 minutes.
Yo, how long?
Hold on, right? Like your vision goes wait, you need to go home.
Yeah, I should have, but then Haikyuu opening came on. Right that moment, I'm like, okay, I'm hitting the stop. I'm quitting. It came on. I couldn't let Hinata down. Kageyama believed in me.
It is.
Tsukishima was scowling at me, but telling me, go on. So yeah, work out to anime music, or you're doing something wrong.
Facts.
So there it is, man. Alright, so next up on the top 5 list, we have everybody's favorite diva. Go ahead, what time?
You already know.
Get close to the mic, make yourself heard.
Right?
Your voice is
It's okay to take up space. Damn it.
Okay, so my top 5 anime. It's probably going to be a shocker. Not really a shocker. Something that I'm pretty sure nobody knows here unless you're Generation X.
Challenge
Spanish woman in the Caribbean or
Generation.
in Mexico.
You about to say Sing Sing?
No.
Teaching the rape. This is something fool. Just got time. Do what you trying to do.
No, the anime I'm talking about is one called Candy Candy.
Ooh, yep. Little magical girl, right?
No. It's not a magical girl. It's a romantic, historic It's a manga, but then it went into an anime. It's very, very tragic. The one that she loved, yes, it is. The one that she fell in love with and everything ends up dying. And I was devastated. I was like, no, Anthony, don't die!
Spoiler alert.
Right? Yo, Anthony died. Yo, I was looking it up. I might watch it later, and I'm like, oh, Anthony died. I don't need to watch
Y'all be good. Y'all be good. I feel the same way when I spoil One Piece. The shit been out for like 20 years.
No, One Piece. I mean, come on. Catch up
A little
already.
different. It's a little different.
Don't do that, because I'm on episode 435. Be respectful.
You got the word of best yet? Like, come on. Like,
Huh?
You're not working out hard.
Like, come on.
You gotta get to the 900s. I'm just saying.
Alright.
You've been on episode like 400 for like 3 weeks now.
I need to, listen, just seeing Ace in that condition, I have to.
Alright. Nah, we're not gonna do that.
Right.
So, boom. Keep it up.
My number 4 is One Punch Man.
One Punch!
Wow.
Talk about, it's,
We're
yes,
talking season 1 or
it's
season 2?
season 1.
Alright.
We're gonna talk about season 2.
We don't talk about
Season 2 was fine.
I mean, it's fine, but it doesn't hold up
Yeah.
to season 2. It doesn't.
That's in your top 5?
Yeah, it's really good. I was surprised how funny. Yes, it's OP. Yes, he's OP as fuck.
I mean,
But he's funny
One
as
Punch.
hell. Yeah.
guys, it's in the synopsis.
It's really.
I mean, he is funny. What's his line?
I'm just
Okay.
a hero for fun.
That's his line.
Show me that hero, this.
Oh.
Yeah.
There's like no English thing over here. Damn.
Wow.
Just pull out a dictionary.
Alright, so that's number 2, right?
That's 2.
That's number 4. I'm going by 5 to 1. So.
She ordered them.
She did her own scale.
Yo, she just
She came to play.
she
Alright.
just told us all to do our homework.
We clearly came ill prepared.
Shit.
Like, you ain't coming embarrassing me, bitch. You want my mic. Remember that shit.
My number 3 is Death Note. This one was my first anime I saw in high school. Funny story, I thought that we couldn't watch anime on the internet. I thought that you had to go to Japan in order to watch anime. It wasn't until I was a sophomore in high school that I was like, oh, you can watch it on the internet. Cool. I'm so dumb. But yeah. But yeah, Death Note's really good. It just psychologically just goes. It's just great. We all know it's all great.
Yes. I agree to that. I agree
You
to
gotta
that.
say nothing else.
My number 2 is I don't know how to say it right. Gochiwa Maid-sama.
Gucci.
Ooh, I love that one.
Maid-sama.
Yeah, I know what that is. I know what that
How you pronounce it?
I don't know. I always just called it Maytama.
is. Mace.
Yeah.
It's really good. It's lighthearted, it's funny, it's great. My number 1 is Lucky Star.
Oh, I might sometimes.
And see, this is the bullshit. This is why I need other girls just like me that know hot shonen fire. I feel so
Left out.
wrapped up in pink shit.
Okay, nothing wrong with that.
Shit, this is fluffy shit. I don't want to hear fluffy shit.
Yo, watch some more fluffy shit, alright?
I forgot you into that fluffy shit too, Dirk.
Yo, I ain't dressing fluffy shit, you know, sometimes.
There's nothing wrong
Great to
with
eat
fluffy
cereal
shit.
too.
Continue. Tell us all how fantastic Lucky Star is.
Lucky Star is the best.
Okay.
A beautiful slice of life, and it caters to the otaku freaking community. You
Okay.
have to like. There's just so much freaking what's it called?
What?
Like inside jokes and things like that. It's just great. It's just great.
Okay.
It's great. I love it.
And the dance.
Yo, listen.
You're not a real otaku if you didn't learn at least 1 or 2 anime dances. And this is probably one of the top dances. That and Haruhi Suzumiya dance.
Yeah.
Damn.
And caramel dancing.
I guess I'm phone.
We talking about anime
dancing.
dances? So
Yep.
we're bringing in Chica from Kaguya-sama?
I don't know the Chica dance.
What? It was that ending.
I didn't watch Kaguya-sama.
Shame on you.
Wow.
I'll
Okay,
get that
so
straight. It's
that
on the list
note-
somewhere.
Listen, at the end of the day, your top 5 is your top 5. You understand?
Facts.
Don't let nobody tell you how to live your life, man. You can have Hamtaro in your fucking top 5.
That was kind of fun.
Dude, live your life. Be vibe how you vibe, because ain't nobody as groovy as you. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
You want it
Facts.
wrong. So understand that and keep grooving.
Alright, so moving forward, we're gonna talk about this. We are kind of iffy about this next topic. because it does have to do a lot about race and a whole bunch of bullshit. But yeah, but we're not doing that, so we're gonna edit that part out.
No, we're getting into that.
Wait,
One other thing we forgot to mention, it's not about the anime you watch, it's about how you watch it. And these days, everything is online.
There it is.
Thank
We're
you.
about to get into streaming services.
There goes a transition for you right there.
Yes. Good save. Good save. Thank you. Good save. Good
So,
save.
boom.
Yeah.
Now, in 2019, man, don't nobody really turn on their TV to watch TV. You turn on your TV to gain access to streaming service.
That's right.
That's
You know
totally
what I'm saying?
facts.
There's
I
a
turn it
whole
on to
bunch
plug in
of
my
them
laptop
out
for
there.
a bigger screen.
Hey.
That is
Yeah, I got
also-
rid of my cable box years
That is
ago.
also something-
That's also true.
That's also something you can do.
Yeah.
So, you know, with this, in this day and age, with the growing of streaming services and the lack of need of cable, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really need cable service like that, except for internet. There's a lot of streaming services out here because at the end of the day, the internet is like the Wild Wild West. Everybody's scrambling to figure out the rules. Everybody's trying to create the rules to the internet. You know what I'm saying? And we saw it with Netflix growing, and you know that became a thing with Netflix and chill. Everybody had Netflix.
But now it's not Netflix and chill no more. It's Netflix and shut the fuck up because I'm trying to get to the season 2
It
of
ain't
this
even
one. Right
Netflix.
here.
There's a whole bunch of other shit. You know
That's
what I'm
true. We
saying?
got
So there's a
Hulu.
lot
We got
of other
Netflix.
options.
We got
So,
No,
Prime.
Hulu and Chill doesn't
So,
kind
at
of
the
like that.
Nah, it doesn't.
At the end of the day, like I said, the internet is like the Wild Wild West, and now we're seeing the growth of that, and everybody trying to define what the internet should be.
Right.
And my question to everybody at the table is, what does this mean for anime? Because we see anime being a big part of the growth of streaming services.
Oh, mainstream.
You know what I mean? With
Anime's-
the inclusion of Crunchyroll. And
Yeah.
even with that, you see dub anime coming out quicker than ever before.
Oh,
you know what
yeah.
I'm saying? So,
That's crazy.
how does everybody feel about that? How does everybody feel about streaming services?
Yeah, how you feel,
being
Dirks?
the
Because I
growth
see you
of
about.
anime?
I see you take a deep breath. Like, how you
Alright,
feel,
so-
Dirks? You about to
Alright,
really
so
feel
for
it.
me, like Crunchyroll and Funimation were great when they first came out. Like they were awesome. You know, you got your anime HD quality. The subs were perfect,
Yeah.
on time. You
Yeah.
never had that shit where like the sub would come on and then like 10 minutes later you'd hear the audio for that sub.
Hate
And it was
that.
like, God
Hate
damn it.
that shit.
That's
Yeah.
not- that-
Yeah.
Those are the times that a lot of people don't even know about.
Right? Yeah,
Right.
people don't know about that shit no more. But yeah,
Right, though.
so it was great with just Crunchyroll and Funimation.
Yeah.
Then Netflix got into the game, and
Netflix.
Amazon got into the game.
Yeah. Hulu got into the game.
Yeah, Hulu was actually not that bad, actually.
It's not.
But Netflix and Amazon, they both have shit that irk me.
What?
So for Netflix, they'll release that shit like 10 months later.
That's what's bothering me right now
Right.
because I'm feeding to watch Beastars right
Right.
now.
We all are.
Because the manga is amazing.
But we can't watch it.
No, we can't.
No, because I think it drops, what, 2020? Early 2020.
Early 2020.
So the episodes are
Allegedly.
being made, they're being subbed,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately...
Other countries
some
have access
places-
to them, but
other countries
America
have access.
can't.
So they're leaking illegally. So it's hard to actually support the creators because Netflix won't release it.
Exactly.
Anime just be trapped in Netflix jail. And
Yeah,
by the
that's
time it released, like, by the time I watched Violet Evergarden, I was like 6 months behind everyone. I was like,
Yeah,
this
see?
Violet Evergarden was great. Anyone want to
See?
talk about it? Nah,
See?
we moved on, guys.
See?
You're fucking late.
And you know what? With that, you make it harder for us to stay loyal because all it takes is for one illegal shit to go down. If I have access to it, but then again, I'm a big fan of artists and I'm a big fan of the art. I
Right.
want to support because I want more shit. So I'm gonna support. If I'm gonna give you a couple of dollars here and there, yeah, that's my love, that's my support. Because my couple of dollars, I work hard for my shit. But still, cater to the fans. If this is what we want, this is what we need, and there's other people that's getting access to it overseas, like, that's a problem. For me, I think it's a problem. But other than that, as far as anime being mainstream because of the streaming service, it's a good look.
Oh, yeah, most
It's a
definitely,
good
most
look.
definitely. But, now for Amazon, they have a whole different issue. They don't tell nobody that they got the anime.
And most
No,
of the
it just
content is
drops.
terrible.
Yeah.
You have
It
to
just
dig
drops.
through a
'Cause-
lot of mud to get scissors and diamonds.
Yeah, you gotta
I-
find it. Like, you have to know the exact name, or
I'm
you will never know
surprised.
it's there.
No, but check this out. I'm surprised Amazon had Vinland Saga and Dororo.
Dororo,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like that's something that Crunchyroll should have had firsthand. Both of them.
From the beginning of Amazon just taking anime, it just doesn't tell you that it's there. Like,
I don't understand that.
Fucking the Iron Cabaneri, the Iron Fortress was on there.
Wow.
Nobody knew. Yeah. And I feel like that's a great anime that no one watched because no one knew it was on Amazon.
But that's why you need to keep track and subscribe and follow Blackramen podcast. Because
I will complain about it.
We'll complain about it. We'll let you know what's the ins and outs of all the anime sources that you need. That was a good sponsorship, right? I mean, that was a good commercial, right?
It's a great commercial.
Right. Good plug, right?
Let's hope they pay us one day.
But I have to say, for streaming, one thing that just kind of weirds me out, but is also cool, is when you think how we got into it, where we saw it. There's Toonami generation. There's people where you watch anime, you go to the store and buy some DVDs or VHSs.
That never gets old.
VHS.
That never gets old.
Man,
that never
I had
gets
that
old.
joint where the static was in the quality of while you was
Yes.
watching.
I had Pokemon on VHS, like the entirety of season 1. We just plugged them in one by one. Pikachu, why don't you want to be Raichu? No?
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Be yourself, Pika.
There you go.
I don't know how many times I watched this episode because I had a VHS, but now people are seeing their anime right next to their live-action TV shows, right next to other cartoons, and it's kind of this weird blend. Because you think about it, I don't know if it's on any specific streaming platform, but it's the kind of world where someone could, like, watch Avatar, Last Airbender, then immediately going into watching anime, and they might not even distinguish cartoon versus anime versus any separate things. Because with us, it was a clear distinction.
Right.
This was on TV, this stuff was hard to find, or only on Toonami. But now, it's such a blurred line, especially with more people around the world producing anime.
Yeah, true indeed. But I think that's a good thing,
or anime,
because at the end of the day, again, to go back to what we were talking about with the VHSs, we had a hard time getting into what we were getting into.
We did.
But now, it's easy access for everybody. Yeah. And that's important, you know what I mean? It doesn't matter how you got into anime, how you got into this culture, just get into it. If it's fire and you like it, get into it. And now, with streaming services nowadays, it's easy access. Everybody's able to get access to do what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? So that's the beautiful thing. Man.
It is. I just have to say, I feel like Bree definitely did her homework. She went in. I wasn't expecting you to... Wow. Okay. I
took notes. I studied like I was still in school. And it's the same notebook I had for my Japanese classes, but I ripped out half those pages.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, I did research. I went so visual. The best thing about being out of school is looking at the stuff and it's like, fire. Light up a fire, burn it. Have a candle, light your notes on fire. Once you graduate, it'll feel so good.
That's fine.
Bree is in her bag right now. But anyway.
No, but how do you feel about anime being mainstream? Because my thing is like, all right, perfect.
Fire.
Yeah, but look at it like this. Look at Marvel. We got Marvel. We got DC, right?
Okay.
It's mainstream, right?
What about it?
You can say that, right? The problem I have with it being mainstream is that now you have other directors changing storylines and doing all. Because you see, when I grew up, reading characters from Marvel, from DC, these are the characters I grew up with. These are the characters I know their storylines. I went back until when I grew up and got money, got a job. I bought graphic novels. So the shit is embedded in me, in my bookshelf, in my brain, in my heart. So when I see this shit and I see, all right, we got Captain Marvel, and I'm like, where the fuck is Monica Rambeau? And I'm like, so I don't want them to do shit like that with the animes. But so I don't want it to be mainstream.
It's different from comics. So if you say you don't want your Captain Marvel to have that storyline, how many Captain Marvels are there? Because they kept reiterating them, making spin-offs. But anime, I feel like increasingly, especially when it goes manga to anime adaptation, they're really faithful to it as part of the culture, part of the industry. Like, sometimes you can go and say, like, shot for shot, see how much is similar. I know I've seen a couple YouTubers compare the My Hero manga to the My Hero anime and say, like, in this entire season, here are 3 differences, and that's it. So, live-action adaptations, yes, those are an issue. Cough, Death Note.
Yes.
I said it. But, those are also like Hollywood adaptations of anime, which needs to stop. But
that's what I feel.
You think they do more of that?
I think they're going to be more Hollywood adaptations to anime.
I I mean,
Ghost in the Shell, ScarJo.
To me, it's as long as the American public, Hollywood, doesn't take over anime, I think would be perfect.
That will no. That's gonna happen because Hollywood wants that money and they want to change everything because.
Yeah. But.
But it's listen. At the end of the day, it's all up to the fans. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the fans is
that's a lie. It was never up to us.
No, it's not a lie, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because y'all peeped the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer. Super doodoo. Yeah. And then the fans was like, nah. And they flipped the script. They was like, oh, all right, we'll fix it. No, but here's the dangerous thing about that though, because now we at a point where the creators did this and switched up the design of Sonic the Hedgehog to be more accurate. Now, if the fans do not go out and support this, other studios is going to be like, yo, it don't make no sense listening to these niggas because you putting more millions into giving them what they want and then they don't support it, it's quiet. Like, they gonna be like, fuck that. We gonna give you more Dragon Ball Evolution.
Oh my god,
we gonna give you more the last
year.
No one asked for that. But Gabby, you had something to say?
No. He already
got it. I got you. I'm picking up what you put down. I got you. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, but this is the tricky thing with the internet. The internet gives you voices where you can actually affect the businesses. You know what I'm saying? But people don't really tap into that. People just want to get online and talk shit. But if people really tap into that power, yo, the landscape could change completely. You feel what I'm saying?
No, for example, yes it can.
Because they tried to do it, and those fans went crazy. They were attacking the voice actors, they were attacking the director. And it didn't change anything. It just pissed people off and made it an unpleasant place.
I feel like the haters were louder than the people who are actually fans of the shit in that perspective. You know what I'm saying?
But
and there are situations like that where the haters get louder than the people who actually support. Because the people who actually support, they'll just get on their little personal Twitters and be like, oh, I didn't like this, I didn't like that. But they don't really voice it.
Yeah.
The haters tend to drown out the positive voices. You know what I mean? The voices of reason, I should say. When
I tell you Black Twitter has the ultimate power, like they really have the gauntlet with all Infinity Stones. That's how I feel. No, dead ass. You think Popeye's chicken got to where it was? If it wasn't for Black Twitter. Thank you.
Twitter.
Listen.
I still haven't tried that sandwich, by the way.
Really?
Nah.
It's an okay sandwich, but like you shouldn't stab the guy who cuts in line.
I mean, yeah.
Well, for the sandwich, on principle.
I heard somebody got stabbed, and I was like, yo, you know what? I'm good.
Listen,
I'll survive on McChickens for the rest of my life. It's fine.
I mean, you can't make it yourself. No lie.
Just can't cook.
But yo,
can't cook.
Allegedly, but bottom line, man, with the growth of streaming services, I think it's a positive thing for anime. You know what I'm saying? Because anything that's mainstream started off as a little hood thing. So continue to voice your support for things. Continue to get into them. It doesn't matter if you're 10 years, 20 years late. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can control you or what you do with your time. So get into what you want to get into in your own time.
And stay into
that's a lot of people's issues. People try to rush things when they're not even ready.
That's
Relax.
true.
You know what I'm saying? You are not Jay-Z or
Beyonce
or these people. You know what I'm saying? Live your life. You're one of one.
Go ahead, Ken.
You understand
that?
You gotta relax.
For real. Stay tuned. Stay informed. And if you don't know how to, follow Blackramen _podcast.
You're already listening.
I'm talking about the Instagram. You can always plug.
Never plug it.
Okay. Talk to me nice. Stop it.